Hello and welcome to Promenade Française. Welcome to French Ninja. And welcome to a shift in the things that we've been doing, the things that we've been thinking. In general, I spent quite a bit of time in creating stuff, like making stuff that I could use to study. I think that the idea was that I'm trying to create some kind of routine. If you want to learn French, you have to have some kind of routine. And so, well, let's just jump into it. So So the thing is that what I was going to talk about today was the pronunciation buckets. I was going to go through all the new words for these 15 sentences. But then a couple days ago, maybe yesterday, I just realized that what I need is I need a French language morning routine. So recently, you know that we've been using this exercise sheet. It's called exercise sheet 3A. You can find that exercise sheet 3A if you click the Linktree link and then click this one, Am I Very or So Beautiful? You're going to go into this little blog and then just click this little Google Drive link. When you get to the Google Drive link, then it's going to give you the exercise 3A. The idea is that we're trying to learn the difference between très, which is very, and si, which is so. But actually, I mean, now that we've been doing it so long, that it's no longer the actual objective of these lessons right now. The actual objective is, you see, when I was learning Chinese, the thing is that I memorized tons and tons and tons. So every chapter, there was like sometimes 4 sentences, sometimes 2 paragraphs. And it was kind of like just this little thing, like just a little blurb using the target language. And every time we got to that next chapter, I would memorize that little story or that little thing that they wrote there. And I really feel like memorizing large sections of text, committing to memory, is a key, one of the main keys to learning a language. Even when I was studying Russian, I had something called a Russian reader, and I started out by memorizing text. Like there was this one joke, Papa, что такое monologue? And then the father says, monologue, it's what? Разговор между мамой и со мной. I don't know what the MOD is. Could you explain what you mean when you say, could I have MOD? So, yeah, so in both cases, learning Chinese and also learning Russian, I was memorizing large chunks of text. And I've come to that conclusion. Moderate. I don't know what a moderate is. A moderator. Could I have a moderator? What do you mean? I'm not sure we need a moderator yet because, you're the only one who's commenting. I think that once we get lots of comments. What language? We're learning French. I'm from Canada. I speak English as my first language, but I also speak Chinese and Russian. And now I'm learning French because I want to go back to Canada, to the French-speaking part. Anyway, so our target language is these words like beau, belle, mignon, mignonne, joli, gentil, sympa, drôle, amusant, intelligent, petit, grand, content, sérieux. So these are the Now, for the most part, I know these words pretty good. And alors, tu sais ce que je dis, non? Yeah, I'm the one who's speaking. I think that's what he said. All right, so what I think what I need to do right now is that I need to memorize these little dialogues. So we have these little dialogues where you have the first person, for example, Marie est très drôle cet après-midi, right? So we're talking about a third person, Marie. She is very funny this afternoon. And then the second person says, oui, elle est si drôle, personne n'y peut résister et son. And then what here? An 8M. What's an 8? U-O. Humour. 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 你明白吗？我肯定明白，我会讲中文呢。So the question is, how do I create a morning routine? How do I create a routine so I can learn this stuff? That's why I created this thing. So this is the next stage of the learning process. I feel like this is the next stage of the learning process. My French language morning routine. As you can see, the last couple of weeks we were studying je suis, I am. Then we moved to tu es, you are. And now we're here at some person like Marie is or Madame Marot is. So let's take a look at tu es, you are. All right, first up is the Quizlet match. So the Quizlet match, if we click the Quizlet link, it's going to take you to Quizlet. I've been speaking French for like just a couple of months. You can see all my videos. And if you jump into the game, then you can play the matching game. So we click this button here, start the game. Ce matin is what? This morning? Cette semaine is this week. Merci, toi aussi, tu es si sympa. So we just find the one that says thanks. Thanks, you are nice too. Tu es très gentil. It means you're so, what? Cute or kind? Or nice? All right, so we have sympa. I think sympa is kind. So let's say gentil is kind. There we go. And sympa avec moi. And then this one. There we go. All right, so far we got 2 people who have tried this game. If you want to play this game, I will share. Let's see, how can I share the link? All right, so I'm going to share this in the group. Now you can also play the game. So that's step number 1, is to do the Quizlet. I think the Quizlet, it's like a good way because there's basically 2 things you can do for free in Quizlet. You can go through the flashcards with audio, like this.
Tu es très intelligent. Tu es très intelligent.
Tu es très intelligente.
Aujourd'hui.
Aujourd'hui. All right, so you can see that it's broken up into small parts.
Merci. Tu es si.
Merci, tu es si. All right, so it's broken up into small parts. You can learn the parts of the sentence. The next step is to do the YouTube repeat. So you jump into the video that I created like a week or so ago. And this is going to have the AI voices from
Tu es très intelligent aujourd'hui.
Tu es très intelligente aujourd'hui.
Merci. Tu es si gentil de m'encourager.
Merci. Tu es si gentil de m'encourager.
Tu es très drôle ce matin.
Tu es très drôle ce matin.
Oh, merci. Tu es si sérieuse.
Oh, merci. Tu es si sérieuse.
Tu as besoin de rire un peu.
Tu as besoin de rire un peu.
Tu es
So,
très sympa ce soir.
all right, so that's step number 2. And then step number 3 is then to go into the ChatGPT. So for me, what it means is I already uploaded the sentences to this ChatGPT. This is what I did. Remember, this is what I did last time. So I just copied and pasted all of those sentences here. L'homme est très mignon aujourd'hui. And I don't know if I actually told it the names of the characters. No, I didn't tell it the names of the characters. So, okay, so just use Marie every time. Anyways, you remember from my past video, I don't have my iPad sitting here right now. But basically with the iPad, you can talk to ChatGPT and it's going to help you to walk through all these different exercises. So this is now my new French language morning routine. And what are we going to do here? So the question is, how do we actually get this into a habit? So tomorrow's Friday. So we got Friday and we got Saturday. And the question is, well, let's do it like this. So I'm going to just make another, insert a row below. I think I got to open this up a little bit. Insert a row below and insert one more row below. This is going to be Friday and this is going to be Saturday. All right, so then the question is, how many times on Friday? How many times did you do each exercise of the 3 options above? All right, so this is where we're going to start on Saturday. Is hopefully I'm going to have let's put our goal. So we got a goal. I'm going to go through the match. I'm going to do the match 3 times on Friday. I'm going to do the match 3 times on Saturday. YouTube, I'm just going to repeat the whole process. I'm going to do it once on Friday, and then I'll do it once on Saturday. And then the same with the ChatGPT. So I'm going to go through the ChatGPT practice once and then once. And my overall goal is how much can you remember from the conversations? See, the issue is that if somebody comes up to you on the street and they're like, "Oh, tu es très belle aujourd'hui," right? You don't know how to respond to that. You don't know what to say, unless you memorize something. "Oh, merci, tu es si gentil." Okay, so wow, that just came up into my mind, right? So I've already memorized to some extent. I've memorized some of these statements. The hard part, of course, is that, so we're doing the tu, right? So let's go down to the sentences that start with tu. Of course, the difficult part is that all of these sentences, they have, "Oh, merci, tu es si sérieuse." And then there's always this one little section at the end. You need to laugh a little. All right, so the question is, how many of these 15 little additional statements can I memorize? All right, how many of the additional final reply statements can I memorize? So that is the challenge. That's the real challenge. The challenge is to go through these 3 times on Saturday, 3 times on Friday, once Saturday, once Friday, once Saturday, once Friday, and then specifically to try to remember the conversations, and more importantly, to then memorize those little statements at the end. So that's where we are here with Promenade Française. We've now changed our tactic a little bit, our strategy a little bit. See, the thing is, over the last 6 months, I've really started to get used to the pronunciation. I'm starting to get used to the spelling, and now it's time to try to dig deeper, actually memorize new words, new vocabulary, get used to the sentence structures, get used to the conversations, and that is going to require a real French language morning program. We'll catch you next time here on Promenade Française.